Hi and welcome back to our channel, where we cover all things learning, translating, and understanding new languages. In today's video, we discuss whether it is more important to focus on grammar or vocabulary first, whilst learning a new language. One of the common dilemmas that language learners face is whether to focus on grammar or vocabulary first. Grammar is the system of rules that govern how words and sentences are structured and used, while vocabulary is the set of words and phrases that convey meaning and express ideas. Some people argue that grammar is more important than vocabulary because without grammar, you cannot form coherent and accurate sentences. They claim that grammar helps you to understand the logic and structure of the language, and to avoid making mistakes that can confuse or offend the native speakers. They also say that grammar is easier to learn than vocabulary because there are a number of rules and patterns to memorize, while vocabulary is endless and constantly evolving. Others contend that vocabulary is more important than grammar, because without vocabulary you cannot communicate anything at all. They assert that vocabulary helps you to express yourself and to understand others, and that it is more useful and practical in real-life situations. They also say that vocabulary is easier to learn than grammar because you can acquire it through exposure and repetition, while grammar requires more analysis and explanation. So who is right? The answer is both. Grammar and vocabulary are both essential components of any language and they complement each other. You cannot have one without the other, and you cannot master a language by focusing on only one aspect. Therefore, the best approach is to balance your learning between grammar and vocabulary, and to integrate them as much as possible. Here are some tips on how to do that. 1. Learn grammar in context. Instead of studying grammar rules in isolation, learn them through examples and sentences that illustrate how they are used in real communication. This will help you to remember them better and to apply them correctly. 2. Learn vocabulary in chunks. Instead of learning individual words, learn them in phrases that show how they are used in combination with other words. This will help you to expand your vocabulary and to use it more naturally and fluently. 3. Review and practice regularly. To help your learning and to prevent forgetting, review and practice what you have learned frequently. Use flashcards, quizzes, games, and other tools to reinforce your memory and to test your knowledge. 4th, expose yourself to the language. To improve your listening and reading skills, expose yourself to the language as much as possible. Watch movies, listen to podcasts, read books, and follow blogs in the language that you are learning. This will help you to acquire new words and phrases and to familiarize yourself with the grammar and pronunciation of the language. And lastly, communicate with native speakers. To improve your speaking and writing skills, communicate with native speakers of the language that you are learning. Join online communities, find language partners, or take classes with native teachers. This will help you to practice what you have learned, to get feedback and corrections, and to learn from real-life examples and situations. In conclusion, grammar and vocabulary are both important aspects of language learning, and you should not neglect or prioritize one over the other. By balancing and integrating your learning of grammar and vocabulary, you will be able to achieve your language goals faster and more effectively. What element do you think is most useful? Let us know in the comments section below. And if this video has helped you learn something new, feel free to share, like, and subscribe. Thanks and see you in the next video.